Hi, Lou Agave, Long Island Lou Tequila. Please like my social media.
Hey, Aged Agave, Greg here with Sipping with Lou. Granite Lake Part 2. We had just done a great tequila blanco that we loved from 1123. Made us think of another great one, Lou.
Right, from the same distillery.
Right, what do we got here, Lou? Tell them.
We got David Soro working on Siembra Valles at Kashkaween. And this is Siembra Valles Ancestral, which is growing on me. I got to tell you, if you like mezcal, and this is tequila, but it's got a little mezcal to it. Ooh, baby.
Little smoke to it. So, Lou, this is an oldie but goodie that I took out of my collection. This is back from 2016.
Batch 2, you said, right?
This is batch 2. They were grown, planted in 2008. They were
Yep.
harvested in 2016. Looking at 8-year agaves
Yes.
here. This is lot 2. It says right here they did 3,335 750s.
Not a lot.
So this is bottle 1889.
Nice.
Okay, Lou. What I'm going to read some
Delicious.
stuff in the back here, Lou. It's it was in a pit oven, 5 tons. They cooked for 113 hours, Lou.
Right.
Then they hand macerated this.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody, yeah,
We were there. We grabbed the mallets and we were actually playing around and making believe we were doing it in the earthen pit that they put there in Kashkaween.
So this is hand crushed, folks. This is really ancestral. Old historical way to make tequila. We're talking here, Lou, and we're going to talk about fermentation. They did 70% in oak wood barrels, 5,000 liters.
Right.
Did 30% in brick
Right.
with the bagasse, and that time was 80 hours. Now, this is where it gets interesting, Lou. It's the distillation.
Right.
So they did the first distillation, Lou. It's saying here.
Stainless.
They did it in, they did it in pot stills, which was stainless with copper
coils.
The second distillation, Lou, was
wooden Filipino stills. So I mean,
with copper coils in that, Lou.
Yeah, with copper coils in that. But I mean, you talk about really old ways. You know, between crushing by hand, between earthen pit cooked with blue Weber agave, and that's why it's called tequila. But then the Filipino stills and the stainless steel with the copper coil and all that. My goodness, was this natural yeast? Probably, right?
I would think so.
Wild yeast, probably.
And what we didn't say was the ABV, and I believe it's 100.
Yeah, I think it was 100 proof, wasn't it?
Yep, I'm gonna.
This is just phenomenal stuff. Look at the pearls in here. Even when you look at that. I mean, we're in the middle of a lake, and this is just we're having a great time up at Greg's new house.
Go ahead.
New
Take a
Hampshire.
sip. Tell them what you get, Lou. I'm trying to find the ABV on you. But I'm pretty
Like
sure.
I say, it's got the mezcal presence, but it's a tequila because it was made traditionally the way tequila used to be made, which is kind of like in the mezcal way, which it is now, but they use blue Weber. I get that sharp sweetness, that citrus, that blast. It's just an insane amount of sweetness, of sugar.
Yeah. And the ABV, Lou, is 50.2.
Oh, okay. All right.
So a little over 100 proof.
Yeah.
Great nose, little smoke.
Oh yeah, it's got some smoke. It's
but it's delicious.
It's a combination. So if you're not into deep mezcal presence, which some people aren't, this is more in your way up towards tequila again. It's
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear. It's delicious. Like I say, you know, a year or two ago when I tried batch 1, I loved it, but I'm loving it even more now as I've done more mezcals, you know, back in Norris.
Definitely has, you know, if you blind taste this, you would think you were tasting a mezcal. And that's why it's called ancestral, because they're telling you this is the old way tequila was produced.
Yes, it was.
Catch the jet ski going past us.
Yeah, this is how tequila used to be produced, you know, before they started, you know, building steam above the ground, ornos, you know, and stuff like that. This is the old ways. Delicious. That's that sweetness.
Oh, it's delicious, Lou. Tell you what, Shava, some of the best blancos we talked about at Wild Common, Legato, obviously Kashkaween itself, and Lord. You know, the Santanara and this.
Phenomenal.
There's a few others that don't come to the top of my head, but they're all outstanding.
Everything at Kashkaween is amazing, and David Soro has a great relationship with those guys. You know, with Salvador Senior and Chava. His products there, you know, Valles is amazing. This is God.
And Lou, this is also a bat friendly. So what I'm saying is this is part of the bat program that David Soro represents.
But this wasn't bat pollinated, right?
No, it's not. But it has a
it's part of that program.
Little sticker there, right there, and it says part of the bat program. I guess.
Which is a great program, and you know, it's where Carlos is involved as well, where they allocate a certain amount of the fields, a small percentage,
5%, I believe.
Yeah, to let the bats come in and pollinate. You know, the quiotes and the flowers, and that way you get a little more diverse flavors. Better than using the ihuelos, if I'm saying that right.
The baby agaves.
Baby agaves around the plant of the mother plant, which grow to sprouts, and they use those to duplicate that plant. if that plant had a problem, the baby plants are going to have the same problem. So bat friendly is a good way to go back to the old days when everything was
gives
diverse.
you more diversification for the plants. So,
definitely.
in case it gets a disease or something like
Absolutely. You
that.
won't get wiped out the whole line.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, this is and the honey's there too. The cooked agave. It's funny how it gets the cooked agave like it was cooked indoors from being outdoors.
Now, Lou, I'm gonna use this one.
Nice.
I don't get any mint on this one, but I do get some anise.
I go with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm mintless, and that doesn't happen for me often.
That's
but
true.
it is anise, licorice type, and it's that sweetness, and it's the honey, and it's some spice, and it's got so many things.
If you can find these bottles,
Ancestral,
they're hard to get. They're hard to find. They're limited releases.
What about your rating? So let's see, lot 2 on Ancestral. I'm loving this. I'm going up to 89 at least.
I scored this an 89, Lou. Exactly the same thing. And you know what? I mean, we're splitting hairs. Could this be a 90 rated Blanco? It could be.
Fantastic. So Lou Agave and aged agave.
Salute.
Salute.